The Easy Money Show with Cam Fats. It's powered by EpicConversions.com and the Insiders Club. Welcome to another episode. All you have to understand is that launching products on the internet is like, it takes practice, man. It takes practice. There's a lot of moving parts, and you have to get all of them, fairly right to make it win. And that's just the way it is. So my first product launch was a failure, and I put time into creating it and getting it ready, and it didn't work good. But I've been there before at this point. I wrote an ebook. It didn't do well on Amazon. I had launched a website that had failed. My YouTube channel got canceled. I mean, I'd met adversity already before at this point. So adversity was like breakfast for me at this point. Failing was like breakfast for me, you guys. It wasn't no thing. I had already took a membership site to profit. I had already figured out how to drive traffic to an ebook. So I knew at this point the lesson had already been learned. It was about adjusting the strategy until it's working. And with product launching, it was a matter of practice. It was a matter of looking at what I did, why it didn't work, what was happening, and adjusting, man. So that's what I did. So I continued to launch products, and I got better with every launch. Every launch got a little bit better. And the best product I ever launched was, several months ago now. I launched one called Free Funnels, and that one generated over $17,000 in revenue. In just like a very short amount of time, man. Several days it generated that much. That's my best. That was my first 5-figure product launch. But it took practice. It was a journey to get to that point. Everything takes practice. Like every skill, like when you want to be an internet marketer, you have to be an email marketer. You have to be a content creator. You have to be, a list builder. You have to get good at so many different little things that people don't realize, to kind of make things happen. And the funny part about it is, if you want to build an audience, you really kind of have to niche down as far as like where you post plant your flag. Like I had to get really good at email marketing. I had to get really good at Google Analytics. I had to get really good at using tools and using, strategies, and really good at copywriting, and really good at this and really good at that. And I had to get really good at all these skills. But yet when it came time to like talk to an audience, like I just had to plant my flag down as like one or two things, right? I can't be like the guy who was a master copywriter, the guy who was a master video content creator, the guy who was really good at podcasting, or the guy who's really good at membership sites, or the guy who's really good at email marketing, or the guy who's really good at this and that and the other. That doesn't work, man. And I'll tell you why it doesn't work, because people, when they have a problem, they don't want the handyman. They want the master plumber. If my sink is leaking, and I got two neighbors, I got a handyman on this side and a master plumber on this side, I'm going to ask the master plumber to help me, right? Because this guy's a handyman, right? And he's like probably okay at fixing plumbing, but this guy's a master plumber, right? And I'm sure that he's good at it. And that's how, we as people, we see our problems one at a time. We don't see all of them at once. We don't try to solve them all at once. We try to solve them one at a time. So like if you want to grow faster on the internet, and you want to kind of build an audience quicker, like it's smart to kind of like just center in on one area and try to be the expert at that area. But that doesn't mean you're not going to have to be the expert at a bunch of different areas. I had to get really damn good at product launching. I had to get really good at product creation, really good at copywriting with sales pages, really good at email marketing and planning out follow-up sequences and emails. And, there's all kinds of stuff you have to get really good at. I'm kind of rambling on and repeating myself, and I apologize. But I want you guys to understand the journey that I went on from 2011 to get to here, where I'm at in 2017. You might see me like, I don't know how anybody sees me. It's really none of my business how anybody sees me. But when I look at myself, I see a guy, he's got an office. My business supports this office. I got a house. my business supports my house. You know, I got a mortgage. My business supports my mortgage. My wife doesn't have to work. We have 2 children. My business supports all that, right? So I'm not rich by any means. I drive a Town and Country, Chrysler Town and Country van. It's not an expensive van. It's a 2007. I don't drive a BMW. I don't drive a Phantom, Rolls Royce, or whatever. I am basically your average middle class American out there. The only difference between me and the guy down the street who has a normal job is I built this from nothing. I am the job. You know, I created all this. And I got better at it every year. And there's nobody telling me I can't have a raise. If I want a raise, I just got to be clever and find a way to put more money in the bank. And like, it gets easier every year because I get better at doing it every year.